everybody, it's Osiris again, your grown woman on the move. Guess what? We're at the El Portal Theater. If you see right now, we got some people. We are here for the 2018 Sportz Championship, which is like any other sports event. It's like soccer, basketball. It is rigorous. The people are dressed in their outfits. As you can see in the background, there's some people up there yelling out. They're part of the team tonight. It is a 3-day event starting tonight at 7, again at 9, and then on Friday and Saturday, the last show would be June 30th. Again, come out and see the show. It's great. It's not a show, it's an event, but it is a show. It's live. The audience is here. It's going to be interactive. You can participate. It'll have fun. So please come out and see the show. See the, again, Comedy Sportz World Championship is the poster right there. Okay, it's been going on since 1988. Started by creative and artistic director James Thomas Bailey, who has done a fantastic job. It's been running for over 30 years, like the man said. He's done a great job, and it looks like it's going to keep running for many years to come. So come out again, 5629 Lancashire Boulevard, the El Portal Theater. See you there, be square. Don't forget to watch 15 minutes on YouTube. You know you want to go in there, join our channel, and we look forward to having you join, and we'll see you at the show tonight, the event, okay? All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your grown woman on the move, Osiris, with 15 minutes to show. You know we always like to do it live, and so we are here tonight for the 2018 Comedy Sportz Championship. I have sitting next to me the creative and artistic director here for this event tonight. It's starting tonight, June 28th, and it goes to Sunday, June 30th. So if you haven't... Saturday, June 30th. Is tomorrow June? I thought Saturday is June 29th or June 30th.
No, today's 28th. Friday.
29th. Oh, wow. Saturday the 30th. So you don't have that long. I thought you had one more day, but hey, it's on Saturday rather than Sunday. This is James Thomas Bailey, the creative and artistic director for the event, and we just want to ask him a few questions. So welcome to 15 Minutes.
Thank you.
Okay, it's nice to see you. I'm happy that you seem to have a lot of energy. When I came in, he was right on it, and I heard the crowd back there doing their thing. So first of all, what made you pick comedy over music, theater, TV? What made you do a comedy sports championship of all things?
Well, I do music, and I am an actor, and I do all those things, but I discovered improv and particularly comedy sports in the 80s, and it was the most fun, joyous form of entertainment I had ever been to, and I got swept up in it. And so I opened the show in 1988 in Los Angeles, thinking it would have a short run, and it's been playing for 30 years. It's now the longest running show in the city.
How about that for longevity?
We're going to crown a world champion this week. And so they're here all week for sort of learning and convention type activities. And then tonight, the public part of it begins, where we play matches for an audience.
And does that start at 9?
It starts at 7.
At 7. And
there's a show at 7 and 9 tonight.
Okay, so it's 2 shows, 7 and 9.
2 tomorrow at 7:30 and 10. And then Saturdays 5 and 7:30, and the championship is at 10.
Wow. Now, just so you guys get an idea of what's going on here, I was told that these are 4-minute or less playoffs, like you're doing a sports playoff, except it's comedy. So we have the Astro-turf. I heard we have the ball player Oregon. We got the national anthem. We got the referee. So it is like watching a sports show with interactive. So the audience is involved. So you'll be yelling, cheering, and saying who you thought was funny and who you didn't. So what happens?
The suggestions. The audience are the judges. We are constantly talking to the audience, and the audience is talking back to us. And it's just like a sport.
And you were saying that the audience participates all the time. You guys are constantly talking to the audience. So what is it like in one night? Like, what happens? I mean, I know it's 4 minutes or less, but is it like a whole bunch of people come up to the stage at one time, or just how do you set up?
2 teams take the field. They're in soccer style or baseball style uniform. A referee comes out and tells the fouls. There's fouls for being corny, fouls for being dirty, fouls for being boring, and it's a competition. And because the humor is never negative, and you could bring your kids.
So we keep it optimistic on the upside.
Yeah, and you could bring your kids or your mom or your boss, and it's a rare show where all of that demographic, an impossibly wide demographic, can sit and laugh together.
Wow. That sounds amazing. I particularly had never heard of the Comedy Sportz Championship from a long time ago. Didn't it used to be on TV? It's something like that other show. Whose line is it anyway?
Well, a couple of our alumni play on that television show. But it's similar in that if you enjoy that show, that's short form improv, and that's what we do.
Wow, what's amazing to me is how quick-witted you have to be and how on top you have to move really fast. You don't have time to think. You just have to do it from the gut. So what is it like preparing? Because I know that they had to get here, 3 days ahead of time to do the training in order to do the show, the event that's starting tonight. So what goes into the preparation? Is it done a year before or a few months ahead? Or?
Well, these teams play all year long in their cities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and in many cities, Comedy Sportz is the longest running show, not just Los Angeles, but all over the country. And we have a team from Manchester, England. So they're well prepared when they come. But what we do together is we share techniques and we play.
Wow, and then another question. I'm told that you have the program in 75 schools, and you've been able to get teens to do the program. What is the difference between working with the adults and with the teens? Is it a big difference in how you get to direct? Or?
Well, for the kids, the skills of improvisation are listening and focus and trust and problem solving, and they're all life skill stuff, and everybody should take an improv class, because whether you've thought about it or not, your entire life is being improvised. So why not learn how to make good choices? So we do this
That's
program.
interesting.
We have teams in 75 schools. They play the junior version of what we do. It's the largest teen improv program in the U.S. And, of course, they're working on all these life skills while they're performing. Now, we don't tell them any of that, or they wouldn't sign up. They just think they're going to be comedians, and so they jump in there. And they're kids, so they're fearless. It's the one art form where they get to really express themselves in their own voice without an adult stepping in and editing what they're doing.
And I love that. And I'm sure they love getting up there like, look, for once I need no permission. I can just rattle off. So you said something about keeping it clean. So do we keep it clean? It's totally optimistic, upbeat. We don't have to worry about any kind of thing getting out in the press about somebody saying something or doing something they were supposed to be doing, right?
Oh, correct. We don't do any negative humor. It's all clean. But that doesn't mean like some people think like, oh, it's so squeaky clean, it's not going to be fun. That's not it. It's just that we don't use that as a source of humor. And sometimes the audience goes there, but we have a foul called the brown bag foul. So anybody that says anything rude or crude has to wear a paper bag over their head for the rest of the game. If it's a player, they're wearing it on field. If it's an audience member, we bag them and they wear it during the scene.
And then you are literally on your feet the whole night. Do you ever get to sit and rest? Do you get up there and compete yourself? Yeah.
I do. I'm not for this event because I'm producing it, but I perform all the time. Yeah.
And so as a producer, how long does it take you to put the show together for the year?
Well, we do it 52 weeks a year. So the basic show we've got, but it's a big event. It's 25 cities coming here. So, it's a lot of work.
All right, people, you heard the time. You know where it is at the El Portal Theater at 5629 Lankershim Boulevard in North Hollywood, California, right here in our own city. We are talking again to the creative and artistic director for the 2018 Comedy Sportz Championship that is going on tonight. It's going to go at 7 and 9 will be the second show. The last day is on Saturday, June 30th, so don't miss it. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to two of the comics themselves. Thanks, James. Thanks for coming in 15 minutes. And we'll see you later at the Sportz Championship Comedy. Hey, everybody. It is your grown woman on the move again, Osiris, with 15 minutes to show. We are again live at the El Portal Theater at 5629 Lankershim Boulevard in North Hollywood, California. We just spoke to the creative and artistic director, James Thomas Bailey, of the event tonight called the 2018 Comedy Sportz Championship. It is like a real championship. We have Astro-turf, like I said. They're going to be doing 4 minutes or less runoffs. Sitting next to me, to my right. Oh, is it to my left on the camera? Either way, look in the camera. This is Frankie. She's one of the comics that will be competing in the Sportz Championship. And to my left is Kelsey. Spell it like Kelsey Grammer. Same kind of Kelsey. So let's start with Kelsey first. Kelsey,
yes.
Hey.
Hi.
So what does it feel to be in a competition that's like any other sport except it's based around comedy?
It's It's the greatest. Like, I always look forward to this week every year, no matter what. It's a really fun week because we all get to see each other from different cities. We all came from different cities to one, which is in LA, and it's the best. Yeah, it's like a big family reunion, kind of.
Wow. And so, Frankie, do you guys talk? Are the same people in the championship every year, or does it drop and new people get to come in? How does that go?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, it's a mix. I mean, we have 28 cities that are represented, and every city is locally owned, so they have their own management, and they get to decide who will be coming to perform. And it's a big honor in getting to actually the championship, and then also to actually get to play. Like, we have our city, Kelsey and I both come from Indianapolis, so we're actually both playing on the same team.
Indy.
Yes, I love it. Yay! Go
Yay!
Pacers,
Go Indies.
Yep. Go Pacers. That's right.
Hey, Pacers fans, that's for you.
Yeah, and also the Fever fans, because ladies are important.
Fevers too.
So we have performers. Our team has like 55 players altogether. It's a sizable roster of people. We have 18 players that are in Los Angeles. I almost said Las Vegas.
That's okay.
I had a layover.
We know where we are.
Good. That's right. That's
We're in
right.
LA.
Yeah. So we have 18 players who are in LA, and 4 of us are performing tonight. So it's Kelsey and myself, and then we also have a pair, Ben Fraley and Aaron Fraley. Aaron Fraley's our captain for the night.
Okay,
and
wow.
yes.
Okay, so what kind of anxiety do you guys experience having to be under pressure like that? Because you've got, 4 minutes or less to do a routine and to come up with something to say that quick? And you've got to do it in teams, right? So you're going against another people. So what determines, how is the anxiety level from doing that? What kind of anxiety do you experience? And if any, some people may not experience anxiety. They may get charged from going out there. I don't know, but, it seems like it might be a bit stressful because you're like, ugh. So how does that feel?
My palms sweat quite a bit when I'm up on the field doing games. But it does, like you said, it does charge me up. Like, I get really energized when I'm up there. And then after the match or after the show, sometimes it's hard for me to remember what was just played because I have such a high energy. And it's like, it's like I blacked out and I can't remember what we did, but it was fun.
But you guys aren't really supposed to remember. You're supposed to be like kind of in the moment and make everything happen, right?
Absolutely.
So when you are up there, Frankie, and you're thinking about things and you're like, okay, what am I going to say? It's based kind of up on what they say, and when they kind of come up with something. What are you thinking? Are you thinking, or are you just letting your creative juices come out and express themselves?
You are really good at this.
Thanks.
Of course. So I like to look at it like when a basketball player is in the midst of a. I'm from Indiana, of course.
A play.
Yeah. Of course. So that's right. So they are in a flow state. It all comes naturally, and it's very. I am focused on listening to what my other performers are saying, because
You do have to play off of each other.
Oh, absolutely. As opposed to stand up where everything is pre-planned and it's do or die, sink or swim. With just myself up there, I have my teammates, and there's another team up there with me too. And even though we are competing against one another, we want to make sure that it's a good show for everybody, regardless. So we're going to play to win. Regardless.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Or has there ever been any kind of fights or anything that break out because somebody got upset because their team didn't win? And then he said you guys put on the different colors and stuff. So is there any kind of weird thing that goes on between? Oh yeah, they're wearing yellow, man, that kind of thing. What happens with that?
I mean, I think the most upset I got was there was another player back in Indianapolis, and I bet him if our team won, he had to buy me a beer afterwards.
She's a beer drinker.
Yeah.
What kind you like?
Really, any kind. I'm kind of an eclectic.
She's a real beer drinker.
Yeah. And our team lost, so then I had to buy him a beer. It really, in the long run, it doesn't matter at all. The points do not matter. Whoever wins or loses ultimately doesn't matter. We're all happy with each other.
All in fun.
Yeah, as long as the audience is having a fun time and they're having a fun experience, that's all I really want. but a beer after a match would not be a bad thing.
Okay, you guys, so beers after the match for these ladies. If you happen to come to the show, please come to the show again, starting tonight, June 28th through Saturday, June 30th, starting at 7, another show at 9, if you want to get in on some Comedy Sportz Championship. Again, Frankie, I want to ask you one more thing before we go, and I want to ask Kelsey one more thing. Okay. When you guys are finished with the competition, what do you do?
Oh, I change out of my my jersey.
She takes off her good clothes and she puts on her stuff.
That's right. And I try to like go out with my team if we're going out for a beer or like going to have a snack afterwards or whatever, or just that. The second part of this is, in addition to the competition and like the high octane, like the actual performance, is like that community that I have. I've got all of these friends and now family members that will sometimes buy me a beer.
And do you guys travel out of LA to do the competition, or you wait until it comes to LA and then you do the competition?
Yeah, so there's a different competition in every city every year. So this is actually the first time I've ever been to LA.
Oh, wow.
But the previous year...
You two flew in.
That's right.
Oh, you two. It's one of the areas they flew in from, you guys. I thought they were locals. Yeah. All right, let's hear it.
Born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana, but first time in LA for this event. But last year it was in San Jose, California. The year before it was in Indianapolis in 2016.
Okay, so they pick different locations.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
that
absolutely.
makes it fun.
Yeah, so it is like a little vacation that I get to go on every year and see some friends.
You get to come to LA and experience La La Land.
Yes.
Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so we're going to expect to see Frankie. Okay. What color are you?
Oh, red. We're
red.
red.
They're red. So they're in the red.
Yep.
So I'm with them. I don't know about the other team. I'm a local girl. They flew to the city. I got to be with the girls. So I'm going to be voting for the red tonight, people. And the red for the entire competition. But again, let's give it up for Kelsey, who you'll be seeing. Yay!
Yay! Woohoo!
And Frankie, who you'll be seeing tonight, starting tonight at the El Portal Theater. Yay!
Yes.
Don't forget to come out, put your good shoes on, take off your bad clothes, put your sports clothes on. Come on out. Let's hear some people do something. The audience has fun. Everybody has fun. And welcome. And we'll see you later at the 2018 Sportz Championship at the El Portal Theater. Bye. Bye. Thanks for watching 15 Minutes. We'll be back. Welcome, the parade of Comedy Sportz Cities. Welcome our team. Austin, Texas. Boise, Idaho. Boston, Massachusetts. Buffalo, New York. Chicago, Illinois.
fastest you could have come to. By another show of hands, how many of you are here at El Portal seeing Comedy Sportz for the first time? Yeah. It should be the same. Don't be afraid. It's just a little joke. Little joke. Same people. Well, thank you for coming to Comedy Sportz. Here is what you're about to see. Comedy Sportz is competitive improvisation. That's right, competitive, because we have two teams, a blue and a red team, competing against each other for points, laughter, and ultimate victory. Improvisation, because everything that you see on this field tonight is completely unscripted and made up before your very eyes. Ooh. Yeah, that's right, it is made up on the spot based off of suggestions that I'm going to get from you throughout the evening, but I'll get back to that in just 1 second. Comedy Sportz is a comedy show played as a sport, so there's a couple of fouls that you need to know about. The first foul that we have here at Comedy Sportz is the brown bag foul. I need you all to sing and do that with me. So if you lift your hands into the sky, tickle the clouds, make it rain. Here we go, we're all going to do that together. 1, 2, 3, the brown bag foul. Very good, I see some of you out there were a little too cool to do the brown bag foul. Oh. Yeah, please note that if you are too cool, I might bring you up on stage to become a volunteer. So let's all try to get everybody to stay and put those hands into the guy. Here we go. Everybody, I can see you very good on the wall here. 1, 2, 3, the brown bag foul. Very good, the brown bag foul is called on a player if he or she should say or do something a little lewd, a little crude, lascivious, Bed Bath & Beyond, naughty by nature, something dirty. That's right, Comedy Sportz is a show that's rated E for everyone. What are we E for? Everyone. So whether you're this big or this big, you can come and see our show and not leave feeling offended by something one of these players might have said or done. However, every now and again, they might cross that line of good taste and say something that would offend my grandmother. If that should happen, I will blow my whistle. Stop all play on the field and place one regulation-sized brown Comedy Sportz paper bag over the head of the offending player. With the sound, too. That's my favorite part. That player must then wear that bag over their head for the remainder of the game, and they will also lose 1 point for their team. Everybody go, oh, snap! Oh, snap! Not cool. They like their points. Also, folks, be aware that the brown bag foul can be called on you when shouting out suggestions. I can't take any points away from you, but we have had that bag for about 35 years, and it is filthy. Second foul that we have here at Comedy Sportz is the Corona foul. I need you to say and do that with me, so everybody extend your arms, be kind to your neighbors' tracheas, they'll need them later. Here we go, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, the Corona foul. Very good, the Corona foul is called on a player. If he or she should say something a little, well, let's just say it. Popsicle stick-esque, Bazooka Joe rapper-like. That by virtue of you being intelligent human beings, you groan in agony at the terrible joke you just heard. So, you have an idea of what kind of a joke I am talking about. I'm going to have our announcer give you an example, and hopefully you will give me the appropriate groany response. By the way, who is our announcer this evening?
Hello, everybody. My name is Kelly Vrooman. I'm excited to be with you. Appropriate response. Okay, here is my groaner foul joke. Did you guys hear about the new corduroy pillows? No. I'm surprised because they're making headlines.
That's right, that is right. So, if the majority of you groans, well, this gentleman laughs as if it's the funniest thing he ever heard.
That guy is my new big fan.
Still likes rolling.
Good.
I will blow the whistle and call the Corona foul. At the end of that game, that player will come right up here into the box, where they will deliver a sincere apology to you for having said such an awful, awful joke. At the end of the joke, you get to vote as to whether you accept it or reject it. If you accept it, I will let play continue on as if nothing ever happened. However, if you reject it, there it is. I will subtract 1 point from that player's team score, and they go, oh, snap! Oh, snap! Very good, those are the only fouls you need to know about. I mentioned suggestions. You're going to be shouting them out all night, so we need to warm you up. And I have a little friend, not a little, he's my friend, my buddy. His name is Will Rubio.
We don't care about his size, it's fine, whatever.
Doesn't matter. He's going to be our field ref tonight. Will Rubio, where are you?
Yay!
they heard. Good job. Team Confucius, shout out on the count of 3. Shout out the name of your favorite food. 1, 2, 3. Mostly pizza. Good. That works. One more. All right, over here. Team Dog or Side Dog. So they come to 3. Shout out the name of the last thing that you bought other than a ticket to this show. 1, 2, 3.
Try that on for size. I'm tossing pennies in the well. Try that on for size.
that over here? Belly dancing. Whoa, what is that? Belly dancing is a suggestion.
All right, belly dancing. We're gonna start with the blue team players. Begin.
I'm showing up my new navel piercing. Check it out. I put some 2 drawers with 1 move. Check it out. This is what they call it hip hop. Try that out.
That is not what they call it.
I need to take a 5. Oh, goodbye, Smithy. I'm just enjoying the strudel. Oh, hello, Aaron.
New entrance walk.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello.
I just wanted to compliment you on your work on the picture. It was very, very good.
Thank you. I've just been schmoozing with directors.
Very good.
New thing to steal.
You know, just
New choice.
well,